Patty, tell us a little bit about where you were when you first joined the master class and were first joining a group. Tell us about your health.
Lynn, I had been struggling for about 13 years with significant fatigue. I never wanted to use the label of chronic fatigue, but it was chronic and it was significant fatigue. Um, I had undergone tremendous amounts of different therapies and um, was on a boatload of rocket fuel nutritionals to try and keep me going. I had significant adrenal dysfunction and heavy metal toxicity and significant muscle weakness. When we started the master class, I was at the point where I couldn't even go to the gym. And at the same time, I had just discovered that I had two breast lumps. And I also found out that I had black mold at a level of 150 times normal in my body, and
Wow.
Epstein-Barr. And I mean, it was just like going on and on. So it was the black mold, Epstein-Barr, heavy metal toxicity, adrenal fatigue, and then these breast lumps. That's where I
Wow.
started.
And
Yeah.
you tried other things. You tried other kinds
Oh,
of alternative treatments. What
yeah.
did you try and what
I
did
mean,
work?
I had been under the care of integrative healthcare practitioners and energy medicine practitioners. That's what I do for my own health and with my own clients. And I had done IV therapy, and I had started and done some ozone therapy and IV chelation ozone therapy for a while. I had done a lot of energy medicine to try and support my adrenals, try and get over the Epstein-Barr. Again, a lot of nutritionals trying to heal my body. I was on a very, very strict diet. So those were the things I was doing.
But nothing was really curing anything.
No, nothing was really, I mean, I was making a little bit of progress, but it just wasn't great.
Okay, so you joined the group. What were your intentions when you first got placed in a Power of Eight group?
My intentions were to A, help heal my body, and B, have a greater understanding about the power of intention. I had used it in my life in the past and had some pretty great results. So was a believer in the power of it, and wanted to have experience working in a group and also improve my level of intuition and working with people and working with my own clients as well.
Okay, so you got put into a group and you started that intention for healing. What was the first thing that the group was sending intention to? Because you had these breast lumps that all of a sudden appeared.
Right, right. So the breast lumps appeared, 3 or 4 months before we started the master class. And so I think that was the very first thing that we started working on was the breast lumps.
And what happened?
While I was doing the master class and doing the intention work, of course, I was following through with what I needed to on my end. I wasn't just relying on my group and the power of intention. I was doing everything I could for my health. I started doing ozone therapy every other day. I started doing visualization as part of my intention work. For me, I felt that the master class and working in the group was a like super fuel, and supported. It gave me an extra boost almost of integrity to follow up with what I said I was going to do. Like I'm focusing on healing my breasts. I'm going to make sure every day that I'm doing what I need to do um, in my daily lifestyle.
So
Meditation.
it was like making a vow, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like making
Precisely.
a vow to the group and having more than one person to say that to.
Yes, exactly. To say that too. And yes, I brought in lots of integrative modalities. I was doing qigong for breast health and meditation and the walking and juicing and healing well. So I was doing all of those things, but the intention group, it was a vow and supported and gave me that extra boost.
Okay, and what happened to the breast lumps?
By 6 months, they were completely dissolved and gone.
Wow.
But I also knew that I had a healing team and that I had this intention group, and like that I could heal my body. And within 6 months, they were gone.
Wow,
Yeah,
fantastic. Now
it's
let's
great.
move on to the fatigue. So
Okay,
you were still at a situation where you really couldn't, after 10 minutes you'd be exhausted if you were doing some exercise. So what happened
great.
there?
I had found a new provider, an energy medicine provider doing biofeedback, that I started working on as part of the breast lumps. And as I continued to work with her over several months, the energy was still bad. My breast lumps had improved, but my energy was still really poor. And I started doing some research from what I could, understanding, and put two and two together and went to see this medical provider again and said, okay, something must be going wrong. And she did a test, and she said, sure enough, your liver isn't releasing glycogen properly. And so she did, some biofeedback. And within a week, I was back at the gym and had a full workout. Wasn't exhausted. I mean, I was lifting weights,